you've been here a while. It seemed like you kind of made a steady progression. You flipped back and forth, cornerback, safety, and right now you've been working with the first group. What's it like, and just kind of summarize your journey so far?
Really, when I got here, coming from a 2A school, small school, I didn't really know a lot of like DB stuff. So like my first couple of years, I just had to like get accustomed with like DB technique and all that. And then like just switching from corner to safety. At safety, you just gotta look a lot more like for like the whole field. And then for corner, it's just like you gotta focus up more on that one guy. So I would just say like that would be like the biggest thing, like difference.
Hudson, you had a big interception first day on KJ. You feel like you kind of set the tone for the defensive backfield that day?
A little bit. Definitely a great way to end the day, but just every day we come in, we work. And I mean, I feel like there's a great competition between our room and between the offense too.
Yeah, Hudson, you've been with the ones for most of spring, if not all spring, and now just what do you feel like maybe your role is on the team?
My role, I just wherever coach plays me, special teams, whether it starts me or not, really doesn't matter to me. Just kind of doing my job, doing what I'm coached. That's basically it.
Y'all talk about Miles Slusher, just what he brings, why the nickel's so important for you guys, and what do you see from him in camp?
Okay, so for like the nickel, for Slush, he's a more physical guy and can cover a lot, and he's good tackler. So like, we need him in the core of that defense.
Oh, and Hudson, if you could comment about something.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he can play any position in the DBs. We've seen him at corner, nickel, and safety, just kind of all throughout his career. And so I think he brings a lot to the table. He's very versatile. And like Malik said, he can tackle, he can cover, he can do it all.
Coach Bone is in here saying you're ripped up now. I was
I
wondering.
was ripped up?
That's what he said. I think he meant, muscle wise or tone or whatever. Have you added some weight and strength, or how are you different now, maybe physically, than you were in the spring?
Yes, sir. I feel like our strength staff and our nutritionist done a great job, like preparing me throughout the summer and spring, and put on a couple pounds. And my strength has definitely gone up in the summer, and big thanks to them.
Have you gained a couple good?
Yes, sir.
What's your weight right now?
183.
And what'd you play at the end of last year?
Probably 176.
And what do you guys? You got obviously a new cornerbacks coach. What do y'all think of Coach Bone?
With Coach Bowman, he's more of a detail guy. Like he's focused on the details. It's like a lot of things you can take from him. It's like different stances and stuff. Like basically like just an inch step closer to like, just being in the right position to make that play. That's what I said about Coach Bowman. He's a very detailed guy.
Mm-hmm. I'd say the same thing. He's very detailed. He lets us know exactly our key, our responsibility, and he doesn't let it go either. He doesn't let it go unnoticed. If we mess up, if our eye progression's off, then he'll let us know for sure.
Said that Matt Landers has been one of the tougher receivers for you guys to cover. So what have each of you seen out of him so far?
Speed. He's very long, very good guy. He can run and he can catch. So the deep ball, like 50-50 ball, yeah, I like Matt.
Yeah. Matt's a good guy. He can create a lot of separation. He's got pretty big strides. And so he's definitely a new type of receiver we've seen this fall camp. So he's been good for us.
Anybody else at wide receiver who's jumps out immediately? I think he also mentioned Jaden Hazelwood, but anybody you guys specifically find yourself having issues with?
Really, I say the whole wide receiver room, like they've got better, like catching the ball wise, like all of them are running good routes, getting open, and they catching the ball like they finishing. So that's what I would say about the receivers. Good group.
Obviously, Traylon Burks is a lot to replace, but do you feel like 2 through 12 receivers in a better position?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Definitely.
What about some of the young guys like Keywan Parker and Jalen Lewis? How are those guys coming along?
I think they're coming along great. Having Jay Lou and Ant Brown in the spring has really helped them. And I feel like this game's gotten a lot slower for them, and they can just kind of play faster. And I feel like we got a lot of depth. And so like at corner, we got us, Keywan, Curry, Nudie, Courtney. Am I forgetting anybody? Like
Lando.
Yeah, we got a lot of depth and a lot of people that somebody goes down, it's next man up, and standard's the standard.
Can't remember who it was in the spring, but he said that McLaughlin's brought kind of a swagger to the secondary. What do you guys see from him? You got any insights on him?
Nudi's a guy. Like Nudi's a guy. He's very confident, and like that's what you need as a corner, like confidence. That I can go out there and make that play, and that's what Nudi brings. That's what Dwight brings to the table. A lot of confidence.
Mm-hmm.
We saw a lot of blitzing in the spring, and I'm wondering, like, how prepared do you guys feel to run man coverage, maybe more than you did last year, even, Hudson?
I feel like I think we're a lot more prepared, kind of going into it. Coach Bowman's got us working our technique a lot better and using it almost like, I think we're blitzing a lot. And so we've got a lot of practice with in the spring. And I feel like we've definitely progressed there.
Yeah, I would say blitzing a lot is just really just, trusting the outside guys to man up, so we can just send more blitzes and stuff like that. It's just really, we just trust the system and the defense and we just roll with it,
Mm-hmm.
So we saw him playing some safety, whatever, and now it looks, corner.
Mm-hmm.
Why would he be a good corner? And then when it's over, can you tell us what you think of him?
And he is long. He's fast. He knows he's played safety, so he knows where the receivers are, what they're going to run, what their route progression is. So he kind of knows the defense, he knows our defense, he knows our offense, what their routes are going to be. And so he's growing a lot there. And if somebody goes down on safety, like we can use him there. So I think he's a really good player all around.
Right. Same thing with Hudson. He's just a good player all around. He's smart, be in the right place at the right time, got great technique, and he's just a good overall player. It's my dog.
Appreciate it.
I think both of you guys mentioned that Landers was a tough cover so far in games. Like, is there anything in particular, like anything technical that he does that makes it a challenge?
Really just his speed. He fast. Like Matt is real fast. Like that's a lot of SEC speed. He's fast. He's just fast. He fast.
Speaking of fast, Malik Hornsby, I noticed like when in the spring we got to watch him at wide receiver some, but it seemed like whenever he was lined up out there, everybody on defense took notice. Nobody wants to get burned over the top.
Mm-mm.
What do you guys think about Malik and what he can contribute?
I think he's a real threat on the outside or in the core, wherever they put him. He goes in motion, goes deep, can play quarterback, so he can do it all. And I think he's a real threat, especially on the outside when you're getting one-on-one and no safety help. And so I think you got to be really aware when he comes out there.
Definitely a threat. When Twin come out there, I call him Twin because we got the same name. But when he come out there, I kind of like take a couple steps back because you just never know with him because he's fast. He's really shifty, elusive. So really excited what he can do for this team this year.
What's the vibe with you guys, the team? Is there like an air of confidence with you guys coming off last year, or is there still a chip on your shoulder? Phil got something to prove, or combo, or what are you guys feeling right now in the locker room as a group, the whole team?
I think a little bit of both. I mean, last year was great, but last year was last year, and so we definitely got something to prove. We got some people counting us out, but we're a tight group. I think we've really grown a lot together, and so we got that little chip on our shoulder, getting ready for this upcoming season.
Right. We just came a long way, and we're just hungry for more. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have kind of been through a lot since you've in your careers here. I guess, do you have any thoughts when they rank top 25 to start the season in the coaches poll?
I mean, coming from our freshman year, I mean, that means a lot, but we're not settling for where we're at. We're trying to be our best every game, come prepared every game. And so we're trying to improve that. So.
Yeah, we look at it like we like being the underdogs. Like you never know what you might get. And Coach Pitt always talking about the blue collar chip. Like that's a real thing. Like you always got to have a chip on your shoulder when you go out there and play. And that's just what we go as a team.
Like it's not common for guys who've been safeties a lot to go to corner. What is it about maybe your skill set you feel like is going to help you at the position?
Really just my speed. Like if I mess up, like, just bite on like the wrong thing, I have like a lot of catch up speed. So I would just say like just catching up and being long, a receiver have to go around me and stuff like that. And then Coach Bowman, he's got my technique right a lot. So it's really just the whole 9 yards, putting that together and then just going out there on the field and, executing.
Darius is having a journey since his injury. What have y'all seen from him, coming back and where he is now?
Mhm. I think he's grown. I think he's ready to play this season. He's got the speed factor too, like Malik, and so he can catch up. He can run with any guy, and I think he's doing well so far.
I said the same thing.
The media guide, have you guys looked at the media guide yet?
No, sir.
Funny, there's this picture of Sam Pittman in the back, and he's like on a throne with all the trophies. Just wonder what you guys think of that picture.
It's sweet.
I love that picture.
Love. Love it. Got all the trophies. Love it.
Let's say, he looks pretty cool.
That was a great job. Thank you.
Thank y'all.